Hey guys, what's going on? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and we're back in my Honda Civic Type R, and I'm just going out for a little drive, and I thought, this would be a good time to let you guys know a little bit of feedback about the things that I love about my Honda Civic Type R. And, I'm going to make it the top 5 things that I love. Now, if you go on my YouTube channel to my different sections, there is that Type R section of the YouTube channel. You'll be able to see all videos that I post specifically about my Type R. I've done a full in-depth review. I've talked about the things that I hate about my Type R, and there's going to be a lot of other footage there with some driving. I'm going to do my track days and all that good stuff. So make sure you check that out and continue to check it out, because I'm going to be constantly putting stuff on the channel. So what are the top 5 things that I love about my Type R? And I think for me, number 1 has got to be this gearbox. The gearbox in this car, now I've driven lots of different cars, I've owned lots of different cars. This transmission has got to be the best transmission in any car I've ever driven. The throws are so short and crisp. You really feel it engage into every single gate, and it's really just the smoothest shifting, positive feedback. If you're not used to driving a manual, especially one where the gear openings are so close together, there's a lot of times where you might hit the wrong gear. So with this gearbox, you really got to mind your P's and Q's and be paying attention and focus on the driving experience, because that's what's amazing about manual transmissions in general, especially this one, is that it just makes that whole driving experience so much more, where you become one with the car. So definitely for me, the top thing has got to be this gearbox. A very, very close number 2 has got to be the engine. Now, this engine, 2-liter, 4-cylinder turbo. I know there's a lot of other cars out there that have 2-liter turbo engines. This one, though, when you get on it, it just has so much low-down grunt. I've never been in a turbo-powered car before where I'm talking about 2,500 RPM and this thing starts to take off, and you feel it. You feel it in your chest. You feel it put you back in the seat. It really is a wonderful engine. It's very versatile. There's so many times where I go to pass somebody, I don't have to downshift. I'm able to just press on the gas and pass them and move on. So definitely number 2, a close up to number 1 is going to be the engine and gearbox. And it makes sense why this car is so great and why I love this car so much, is because those 2 things are so critical to the car. I mean, it's the heart of the car and the connection to the driver. I mean, those are the 2 things. Number 3 has got to be the overall seats in this car. Not only are they very supportive, not only do they hold you in with this nice bolstering, I really like the stitching on the back of the headrest that says Type R. I like the look of the seats, but they're very comfortable as well. It's crazy how they were able to make a seat to where it does everything. It does everything well. And that's always been a thing living in the United States, is we always get these watered down seats. The bolstering is very low. They're very soft. They're too soft, because it's like they're trying to make the seat fit American body types. And I'm the type of person that I feel, if you want this type of car, these are the type of seats that deserve to be in the car, because they're high performance seats, because this is a high performance car. It makes sense. So definitely number 3. Number 4 has got to be the styling. Now, love it or hate it, there's a reason why the car looks the way it does. Everything is functional on this car. It comes from the factory like that. There's a reason why this is the fastest front-wheel drive car around the Nürburgring. It is unbelievable, the attention, the looks, the stares, and for the most part, I've actually been pleasantly surprised. most of the comments have been super, super supportive. They love the car. People who are even older that are into muscle cars like the car. They see the hood scoop, they see the different vents. You know, when they learn the story behind it, their eyes, you can just see it open up, and their understanding is so much greater. So definitely, number 4, the styling of this car. And then to round it off, number 5 has got to be just the overall pleasure of driving the car. You take this car down a twisty road, it makes sense to you. If you are one of those people that buy a car because you want to be the drag racing champion from stoplight to stoplight, you're going to hate this car. I wouldn't even look at it. Stick to the Mustang, stick to the Camaros, the Dodge Challengers. This car, you got to know and understand what it's about to truly appreciate it. And for me, I'm huge into road racing, and I'm huge into what Honda has been doing with the Type R ever since they first came out with the first one over 20 years ago. This thing is meant for the turns, and what's amazing is Honda, even with a front-wheel drive car, there's no torque steer, none at all. You come out of a turn, you're able to apply as much power as you want, the car grips and goes, and I really like the way it transitions. So you're going down a road and up comes a S-turn or something like a chicane on a racetrack. This car pivots from left to right so nicely. It's like dancing with the perfect dance partner. And a lot of it has to do with the car not having all-wheel drive. A lot of people are disappointed that the car doesn't have all-wheel drive. To be honest with you, it doesn't need it. And with all-wheel drive, it's going to add extra weight. So with this car, compared to, say, my old Subaru WRX STI, you could really feel that weight difference. And that's something that I definitely feel just makes the whole driving experience that much greater. So I just want to thank you guys once again for listening to why I love this Type R, my top 5 reasons. There's other reasons there, obviously, but those are definitely my top ones. And if you, like I keep saying, have a car that you want to see featured on Raiti's Rides, drop me a comment, visit my website, raitisrides.com. I would love to have your car featured here on Raiti's Rides. And just like always, I look forward to seeing you on the next ride.